Oh, hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Irita, and this is where I tell you about my journey going through a 12-week program, The Artist Way by Julia Cameron. And this was week 8, Recovering Sense of Strength. It's been more than a year since I recorded my last video. A lot has happened regards to my creative recovery as well, and I want to talk about it in more detail. But it's very connected to the theme of this week as well, because it was a lot about time and overcoming some setbacks, celebrating some little wins as well. I guess one thing I really want to talk about is when Julia Cameron described her first featured movie that she decided to make in spite of no one offering this opportunity to her. So she just decided she's going to do it on her own. Even before the world believed maybe she is ready for it. She felt it in her heart. She can do it, and she did it, and was super proud of it. So this reminded me of one of the highlights of my last summer. Shortly after recording my previous video, which was more than a year ago, I received a message from my hometown library. They have been following me on social media, online, as I live abroad, very far away from my hometown where I'm coming from. And they really liked my photography and wanted me to do an exhibition in their library, which is first time to even consider this, exhibiting my work, showing it to wider public, printing it. And printing feels like a commitment. Printing feels like a statement. So I was very worried. My first thoughts when receiving this offer was, I am not worth it. Why me? There are so many other photographers who are way better than me. Why would I even be considered? Another news came in. News that I have won a competition that I applied only because of my curiosity. Had no expectations whatsoever. As I say, from the bottom of my heart, I had very humble expectations on how my photography will do. I was so lucky to get the first place, and my photo was printed in a first ever photo book. Here it is. All participants who send their photos received a printed version of best photos of the competition. And here it is. My grandma. So proud of it. Honestly, this is the first time I applied to such competition, and win it was a big step. It was a big confirmation that maybe my work is worthy and as good as some of those amazing photographers I see around me. That was a big confirmation that I should try and make this exhibition happen. Maybe now I see I would have done it very differently now, but it's done and I let it go. Next time will be better. It was a beautiful first step in this direction. Challenges that you face are sometimes not that positive feedback. So some people would say, amazing work, everything was beautiful. But there was this girl who approached me on the street. I haven't met her for, I don't know, 15 years at least. Someone I knew as a child. I met on the street and she was like, wow, haven't seen you. What are you doing here? And I was like, oh, I came to showcase my work in the library. I have a little exhibition. And she was like, really? Do they let just anyone exhibit there? And I was like, I guess so. She was like, yeah, I think that you don't have to really be that good to do an exhibition there, right? And I didn't know what to say. I was like, yeah, I guess so. I guess so. That was a little awkward conversation that made me feel like, oh, she thinks my work is not worth any praise, or it's worthless. And yeah, so that was kind of kick in the stomach. How I saw it. She probably didn't mean harm or anything bad. I think she just didn't think of how it sounds. But that definitely made me feel sad. But again, thankfully, I had some success in competition. I had really beautiful feedback from many people. So that kind of didn't stick, but it did influence, definitely. So I understand that we as artists are really keen to pay attention to the negative feedback more than positive. Basically, we're kind of looking for confirmation to just stop. And because it's so much easier to just not put yourself in this awkward position. Again, returning back to these videos, recording them is my biggest creative challenge. So in photography, I am more than 6 years now. So that's become part of my identity. And even though it was as difficult at the beginning to build this new identity around photography, now it is with these videos, I really hear my speech is not that good. I don't like how microphone sounds. I don't like it catches some micro sounds, and then I want to re-record everything to make it better, but I understand I can't get it all perfect. I must celebrate these steps I'm making to record even this imperfect video, and trying to make my speech as fluent as I can, even if I'm struggling quite a bit while developing and improving, while nobody's really watching it that much. So I have this freedom of freedom to mistake. So creativity is very humbling. You can't really pretend to be perfect as you're starting something new. So to sum it all up, I want to say that this week's lessons that turn into past year's lessons, to me, it was all about doing before perfection, bravery to be loud, to announce yourself to wider public, even before feeling ready even, but having understanding in my heart, which is very important to me, is feeling that I'm doing from my heart again. And if I've done best of my capability at this moment, it's worthy, even if it's not perfect. So I've had many setbacks, so criticism, both about my exhibition, both in my photography. I had beautiful photo shoots, beautiful feedbacks, people being absolutely over the moon with received galleries, but there have been people who've been disappointed and unhappy and had different expectations than the final result, and that breaks my heart every time. I haven't had that many times when people have been disappointed, luckily, because I really do my best. But some people have been recently, and honestly, I really want to give up. And because the last thing I want to do is make others unhappy or disappointed. I really do my art because in my heart, I have this childish dream of making the world a better place and doing some impact in sharing positivity, care, love, beauty. And my intentions in this sense are very pure. So when result is making someone unhappy, I must remember that there are a lot more people gaining benefits than those who are feeling somehow annoyed or unhappy. I think I deserve to be happy as well. And the process of it, creating and sharing, is what gives me a lot of sense of purpose, happiness, freedom. I think this will be my final thought. Before I go, I will say that I have beautiful ideas and plans for future. So this year I've been doing creative events, inviting everyone who's willing to join different creative activities that I lead. Today, after I finish recording, I'm going on a mindful photography walk where me and I have only one person who has applied. But still, we're going for a walk, taking photos of environment. Yeah, every month of this year I've done these creative events. Beautiful thing, love it. Very difficult, very challenging, many mistakes I'm making, but beautiful outcomes, beautiful connections. And I have a little dream and I want to announce it because I really don't believe I'm gonna make it happen, or like I really believe I can, but I'm not sure if I will be able, and will my inner critic be stronger than my inner creator. So I want to make a book. I have a lot of poems and photography and different ideas I want to put inside my little book. I want to print it myself and try to sell them. They're going to be small and cheap and very simple, but that was one thing when I asked myself what is something that feels unreal but would be a dream come true. It was a book. I've been dreaming about it since childhood, and I feel like at my age of nearly 32, I should allow myself to make this dream come true, even in a very small scale. So hopefully next year, next summer, I'm gonna tell you how it went. But until then, I will hopefully record my next video next week. Happy to be back here, happy that I allowed myself to record even after such a long break, and not accepting the fact that I failed and given up, but turning it into an opportunity to have some rest, to gather some inspiration, some thoughts, and starting with fresh energy and I keep going. So hopefully next week I'll be back here with my next video. Bye!